so strong enough.
All right. Today is the day. I'm going to make something out of my cast iron cookbook, my 1969 cast iron cookbook by Nitty Gritty Productions. All right. So the first thing it says, and I have to look at the recipe because I've never done this before, but it reminds me a lot of beef stroganoff. It has that very essence to it. So, but it's called Hungarian Goulash, and it says the first thing I'm do is get 2 pounds of stewing beef cut into 1-inch cubes. Now, to me that says go get some stew meat, so that's what I did. And the second thing is 5 tablespoons of flour, 1 tablespoon of bacon drippings. Now I don't have that, but I got the next best thing. Lard, 1 small onion, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of paprika pepper. I'm not sure what paprika pepper is, but I have paprika, and so I just added a teaspoon of pepper to go along with it, just to make it paprika pepper. And a 1/2 cup of sour cream, and that's why it reminds me of the beef stroganoff, is because of the sour cream. The only thing that I might change in this is I may add some mushrooms to it because I love mushrooms. And tonight I'm going to make, oh, what else does it say? Oh, it says to pour over the noodles. So I got some noodles here. I won't eat those. I can't eat those, and I'm just not in the mood to make any homemade ones. So I'm just gonna eat this maybe with a piece of bread or something. But anyway, moving on. Okay, it says coat the meat with flour by shaking in a paper bag. Okay. So I'm trying to be really careful with this flour, because me and flour or me and powdered sugar, if we're left alone too long together, it's a mess. And I'm supposed to just dump my meat into the bag. Shaking, yeah, coat the meat with flour by shaking it in a paper bag. Okay. Ew. Okay, here we go. No, it's gonna be a mess. Ah, it's coming out the bottom. Oh. Okay. They couldn't just have you put it in a bowl and stir it like normal people? Didn't people in 1969 have bowls and spoons? Ah. Okay, we're gonna hope that worked. Whoa. Good Lord. Ooh. Is there such thing as flour lung? Wow. Okay, well, it looks coated. Doesn't look too bad. Looks coated to me. Okay, now what do I do with it? Okay. Coat meat in flour by shaking in a paper bag. We did that. Melt fat in your chicken fryer. Okay. I gotta take this over to the stove. This is my little number 8 pot. I don't have a lid for it, but my number 8 Dutch oven lid fits on it just perfectly. So it's got a lid. And I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna scrape this. I'm gonna scrape this lard into the pan. And I'll get that melted on the stove. Then we'll go from there. What else do I gotta do? Okay, I cut up a small onion already. 2.5 cups of hot water I gotta get. I just put my kettle on the stove to keep it hot, keep the water hot. And it says after my lard melts, Come on, Lard, you can do it. Then I got to brown meat cubes on all sides. Okay, I can do that. I think the purpose of this flour is to act as a thickening agent to make it more gravy-like. Back in the old days when they made gravy, they would tell you to take butter or lard and roll it into a ball in flour and then place it inside of your dish, whatever you were frying over the open fire. I hated to waste that paper bag. It's a good tomato ripening bag. Okay, so sounds like my lard is now melted. And now I've got to brown each cube on all sides. Because I think from here on out, this is where most of our cooking is going to take place. We're just going to cover that and leave it for a little bit. Let's say a couple more minutes and then all the pink will be gone and then I can move on to my other step. Alright, well I think everybody is browned up here on all sides. So now I'm going to go, let's see what it says here. It says add the water, onion, Worcestershire sauce, salt, paprika, and pepper. Reduce heat, cover, and let simmer for 2 hours or until the meat is very tender. And 2.5 cups of hot water. That's what that is. Just going to give it a little stir here. This totally looks like something I would make. Okay, now we're just going to let this simmer for up to 2 hours. I mean, I'm going to check it periodically, but I'm going to turn it down on low and then put Thelma's lid on it. Thelma is the name of my Dutch oven. Okay, gotta make sure there isn't anything that I missed here. Okay. It's been roughly 2 hours and everything is quite tender, almost falling apart. I simmered it for 2 hours. Looks really it looks really good. So now it tells me, after everything is done and it's tender, to go ahead and add my 1/2 cup of sour cream to it. I did not add mushrooms to it. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to make this exactly the way that the recipe called for. Well, that looks mighty good. And now that this is done, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm just going to leave it rest here for a while. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to get the noodles done. And then we'll see how it tastes. Hungarian goulash. Here we go. Looks good. It smells a little different than what I'm used to, but I mean, it's not the most appetizing thing I've ever seen, but we'll see how it tastes. I'd definitely make this again. It's really good with homemade bread. It's quite tasty. I just went ahead and I garnished it with some fresh parsley. It really adds a lot to it. Well, this is going to be my first of hopefully many recipes I'll be making out of this. So I'm going to say I won this one. Till next time.